Hello, everybody. Welcome to Q Live. We're here on a beautiful Friday afternoon. Ed, we just had Ken Shelton's keynote. So good. My name is Bill Selleck. I'm Director of Technology at Hillbrook School. Pronouns are he and him, and I am here with Ed. Ed, who are you?
Hi. Great. Good to be here. Good afternoon. My name is Ed Ceja. I work at Tutor.com. I serve as the Western Regional Director. And what a beautiful day to be in Palm Springs. What a great conference to be at.
Yeah. So Ed, we were talking just before we went live. I think so much of our conversation feels like a follow-up from Ken's keynote, which is so great. If you've not watched it, oh my goodness, so good. I know you caught part of it.
Yes.
Ed, like the way that Ken talks about equity. So his keynote was how tequity, technology plus equity, and really trying to do like all we can for our students. And Ken really hit us with a lot of uncomfortable questions. He's been a good friend for a long time, and we've been having these conversations privately. So it's just so important that we're having these conversations on the main stage as a keynote. And I think it really sets the tone for so much of what we're trying to do here at Spring Q. I think the thing that resonated with me the most was all means all.
Absolutely.
And so much of what we do here on Q Live is talking with educators. So this is a bit of a departure, but so much of the work you're doing is trying to get to that idea of all means all, looking at equity. And you have a really interesting program, right? So walk us through actually Tutor.com, how that actually connects with some of what Ken was sharing, and how we can actually be more inclusive as schools through what you're doing.
Absolutely. Thanks, Bill. And the presentation was fantastic, and it's a perfect segue and tie into Tutor.com and what we do. We've been around for more than 20 years, and what we do is we provide online academic tutoring support, tutoring, test preparation, if you need help with your homework, whatever it might be, to students in all school districts. Our goal, it always is and always will be, to provide this type of support to every student in a school district. We partner with school districts. We want to ensure that we provide equity and access to every single student and every single family that we work with. And it's very key to us that we're able to do that. We've been very successful so far, and we think we're trying and we're working with many school districts, not only in California, but across the country. And we're seeing it every day that using Tutor.com makes a difference. Last year, based on surveys that we took with students, we found that 95% of students who used Tutor.com said it helped them improve their grades. And this is from all communities, from all walks of life.
Nice. That's really cool. One thing that actually struck me, and again, I really hesitate to kind of, we're not in the habit of kind of bringing on vendors, right. But this was such a great opportunity, is that it's that anytime, any place support. So a number of years ago, I was actually with Ken. We were on the State Superintendent's Educational and Technology Task Force. And one of the key recommendations that we brought to our state superintendent, it was Tom Torlakson at the time, was learning should be any time, any place, and any pace. So really kind of setting that vision for kind of asynchronous learning, being able to have resources for students. And what I see the way you're describing it is actually, it's a much more one-on-one approach, right? So students can actually hop on, get tutoring when they need it.
Correct.
Right? And is
Absolutely.
it like at any time they can just hop on and they've got someone?
Literally, what we do when we partner with a school district is we'll integrate and create a single sign-on experience.
Yeah.
So it's right there where the student's learning, and if they have a question about homework, if they have a question, maybe they got an exam tomorrow and they need some clarification, they click on Tutor.com, and in that moment they can find a tutor, and they can work in a one-on-one environment with that tutor for as long as they need.
Yeah.
So it's just an amazing, the technology is amazing, but more importantly, the support is there when they need it. Parents don't have to worry about trying to figure out how to help their students anymore. We've all struggled with that. We've done that over the past year and a half, and things have changed.
Yeah.
I mean, kids study differently. Their homework hours that they are differently. The assignments they get are different. So the technology has changed so much. So Tutor.com is really a great fit for a student who needs help any time of the day or night. And the connection time is always less than a minute. Wow. And you're working in a one-on-one environment. It's only our tutor supporting your student for as long as they need help.
Nice. And then with kind of my tech director hat on, I did not bring my hat, but that's okay. like schools almost do kind of prepaid minutes. Is that kind of like the idea? So then students don't have to worry about it. They just have like their parents like
that's great.
phone card.
That's
or
a good
right?
point. It's 100% free to families.
Yeah.
Everything all the finances are done in the contractual program between the district and us, so parents don't have to pay, students don't have to pay. There's no credit card numbers. In fact, we often do parent meetings to let parents, build awareness within the community of how tutor.com works. And one of the most common questions we get from parents is this really free? Because they don't know, and we often have to reassure them that yes, it's free
for you.
For the parents, it is no charge. And we do that outreach in different languages because we know that there's a lot of different languages spoken across California, and we want to make sure that we can build awareness within the community. But yes, tutor.com to the families is free. It's free tutoring for families. We work, and when we set up the contract with the district, it provides it free for the families.
Nice. Yeah, no, I know like a handful of organizations pop to mind where actually parents have to pay extra for kind of that after school support, and I think that's such a hindrance to schools' goals of being more inclusive. To say that during the school day it's free to kids, but if you want that extra, we're no longer being inclusive. We're no longer including everybody.
And there's some communities within California and other states that, depending on what community you live in, you may not be able to find that type of tutoring.
Sure.
You may not even find it. So this equity piece is really available to every family, to every student, because now almost every district that I know of is a one-to-one district where every student has a device that they can take home. So using that device, you can get free tutoring whenever you want. And that's a game changer for students, for families, for communities, and for school districts.
Nice. Now we seem to get broadband in every home.
Yes.
Have that be just like a basic household item that every kid gets.
That digital divide is a big issue, and I know there's been some improvement, but we clearly have a long way to go.
We do have a long way to go. Yeah. Well, Ed, thank you for joining us. Thank you for the work you're doing to make our state more inclusive. Last thing, if people want to know more, what do they do? Where do they go?
My pleasure, and thank you for being here. If you want to learn more about tutor.com, you can visit us at tutor.com. You can email us. You can, if you're not at Q, you can email me. My email address is Eduardo, EDUARDO .ceja@review.com. If you're attending Q, you can come see us at booth. I think we're at 522. We'll be there the rest of the day today and tomorrow, and we look forward to meeting you and seeing you.
Nice, awesome. Well, thank you, Ed, for joining us. Thank all of you for joining us again for Q Live. If you have not checked out Ken Shelton's keynote, be sure and go into, what are we calling it? The remote virtual dashboard, or log into that, check it out. It will inspire you, it will challenge you, it will hopefully make you uncomfortable in ways that are really, really good, and will shine a light on ways that we can be more equitable as educators.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Love
so
it.
thank you, Ed.
My pleasure.
And
Great to be here.
Thank you all, and happy spring Q.
You got it. Good.